All right here in Milwaukee, the site, of course, of the RNC 2024. Been really an amazing week, and this lady sitting next to me, I have to say this, she doesn't know this, but I love her fight. I love her fight. Who doesn't love MTG? She's got this great fight in her. And, listen, I have not agreed with everything she's done along the way, but I believe, as a Republican myself, she is a major, major important voice in my party. And I'm friends with all these congressmen, not necessarily Georgia, more New York, but I love Marjorie. How are you this morning? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm great. What was it like speaking here on Monday night? How cool was that?
It was amazing. This is my first convention I've ever been to. So that was incredible to be standing on that stage and speaking. It was energizing, thrilling, and I'm so proud of President Trump and the people that have supported him.
Well, he loves you. Did he actually, like I spoke to Nancy Mace yesterday, and I said, who called you? And she spoke last night, and he said the big man himself. Did Trump call you for this?
Yes, absolutely. And, President Trump knows me. He knows me personally. He doesn't believe the garbage stuff in the news that's always said about me. You know, you said you don't agree with me some of the time.
Yes.
A lot of times you really don't know what my views or my words
then fix
really
it.
are.
Then fix it for me, because I agree with you 99% of the time, okay? But
and it's okay to disagree some of the time.
Well, I'll tell you where I disagree. I'm not a huge Kevin McCarthy guy, but all right, he's gone. But I am a huge and personal friend of Mike Johnson.
Yeah.
So am I missing something here?
Well, out of the two of us, I'm the only one that voted for Mike Johnson to be Speaker of the House. And I voted for him because he had such a great conservative record. I voted for him because he voted against sending more money to Ukraine. I voted for him because of his pro-life record. I voted for him for being against FISA and warrantless spying on Americans. The reason why I was very angry with him, and many of my colleagues as well, by the way, is he passed a two-part omnibus that fully funded the Biden administration's agenda, to the point that Chuck Schumer was so happy he didn't change a word, didn't change a period, pass it right through the Senate. Joe Biden was thrilled, whether he knew it or not, to sign it into law. Then Mike Johnson passed warrantless spying FISA on Americans, and then sent $60 billion to Ukraine. So if you disagree with me on any of those issues, that's one thing. But I need a Republican speaker that's going to stand for our agenda, not the Democrats.
I know, but first of all, I don't. I think the amount of money we've given to Ukraine is ridiculous.
Yes.
I'm a pro-Israel guy. See my dog tags.
I saw that.
Give the money to Israel, and more importantly, and here's where you're 1,000% right, fix the border. Give the money to the border.
100.
Right.
You see, the power we have as Republicans in the House is we have the power of the checkbook. And so anytime a funding deadline comes up and the Democrats are demanding us pass funding bills, pass a CR, pass something like that, that's our point where we can fight for important issues like the border. Remain in Mexico, for example. That is one singular issue out of our strong H.R. 2 border security bill that we could have fought for. Here's another one.
Which, by the way, is still sitting on Chuck Schumer's desk.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Here's another one that I hope people in New York understand. The SAVE Act that Republicans have fought for in the House. We passed it. Incredible election integrity bill. President Trump and I have talked about this a lot very recently in the past few weeks. We have a funding deadline on September 30th. They're going to be demanding that the House pass another CR by September 30th. You know what we should do? And Mike Johnson should do it. Call him and tell him to do it. Hook the SAVE Act to a CR and tell the Democrats, you want to know something? You should care about election integrity. We'll give you your funding. You give us the SAVE Act.
That's very smart. Very smart. See, the only thing I hear is Marjorie Taylor Greene is a great American and a great Republican, but she has to understand that no matter what, there's going to have to be some compromise. You're just not going to get everything you want. And the consensus is, not 100%, not unanimous, the consensus is that Johnson comes close. But what you just said was brilliant with the SAVE Act. I love that. So where were you on Saturday? You legitimately love Trump, and he loves you. I was here. I was in my hotel room. I started to cry.
Aww.
Until he pumped his fist, and I'm a tough kid. I started to cry. I could just imagine what you felt.
Oh, it was, I've been at many of the rallies with President Trump over the past few years. I actually was at home preparing to come here to Milwaukee. And like many people just watching the rally, I think all of us immediately went to tears. I went to prayer. And First off, I thought to myself, we knew this was coming because the Democrats and the media have demonized and vilified this man so much so that half of America hates him and don't even care if he lives.
Oh, I mean, to your point, the night before he got shot, what Joe Biden said about him, calling him Hitler, his wife calling him evil, the night before was motive enough for a kid like this to go out and do what he did.
Right. Said put him in a bullseye. Joe Biden said that. But let's reel it all the way back to 2016, 2017. My God, what these people have said. They have called to put a bullet in him. They've called him Hitler, called all of us Nazis, called us deplorables. Kathy Griffin, severed Trump head.
That's right.
Madonna, I feel like blowing up the White House. Robert De Niro, punch him in the face. I mean, the words and the horrific call to violence and basically assassination on President Trump has been coming since he started. So are we surprised they did this? No, we are not surprised, but we're shocked and horrified they actually did it.
So on the way out, you got to run 30 seconds. This whole week, you spoke Monday. That's a huge honor. You were terrific. We heard a lot of great speakers. I enjoyed his granddaughter, Kai, a lot. I got to admit that.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't she adorable? How memorable. Your first one. My first one, too. I did sports for 16 years. I did Super Bowls. They were a lot of fun. But this was pretty cool. For you, this really, really cool?
This is amazing. Well, let's put it in sports terms because I'm a big UGA football fan.
Bulldogs!
Yeah, that's my alma mater. Okay, so here's where we are right now. This is July. We just moved the ball down the field. We have to keep driving that ball all the way for a major touchdown in November. And with the energy right here in Milwaukee and all of us unified like we are, I am so fired up. I think we can do it.
Kirby Smart would be very proud of you.
Go Dogs.
That's my friend Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's awesome, folks. More from Radio Row RNC 2024 right after these words.